All right, let's be real here. You get your paycheck, open it up, and what's the first thing you look at? The number, the one that says, how much money did I make this week? You might see that juicy gross number and think, oh yeah, I'm rich. But then, when you actually take it to the bank, you're like, wait a minute, who are all these mysterious deductions? What is this tax thing? Why does my paycheck look smaller than I thought? Sound familiar? Don't worry, you're not alone. Today we're going to break it all down. How to understand your paycheck and figure out what in the world all those terms like gross, net, and deductions actually mean. By the end of this video, you'll know exactly where your money is going. And hopefully, you'll stop feeling like your paycheck is an unsolvable mystery. Let's dive into it so you can start getting the most out of your paycheck, and maybe even avoid that mid-week panic when you realize you've spent too much on takeout. Okay, let's start with the gross pay. This is the number you see at the top of your paycheck, usually in big bold letters. This is your total salary before any deductions are taken out. Think of it as the dream number you might tell your friends at happy hour. Your gross pay is everything you earn, before taxes, retirement contributions, insurance premiums, or any other deductions. If you're paid hourly, it's simply the number of hours you worked multiplied by your hourly wage. If you're salaried, it's your annual salary divided by pay periods. Now this is where things get tricky, because while gross pay sounds nice, it's not the actual amount you're taking home. It's like saying you just won the lottery, but before taxes. Reality hits. But don't worry, we're going to break it down step by step. So, the next step, net pay. This is the number that's actually going into your bank account. After all the deductions are made from your gross pay, this is the amount you get to keep. It's the take-home amount, the real deal. Net pay is your gross pay, minus all the things we'll get into in just a second. This includes things like taxes, health insurance premiums, and retirement plan contributions. It's the number that will make or break your monthly budget. And here's the kicker. This is the number that you actually use to figure out how much money you have to spend on food, rent, and your Netflix subscription. Sure, the gross pay number looks cool, but you better pay attention to your net pay, or else you might find yourself swiping that card for one too many Uber Eats deliveries. Now for the fun part, deductions. These are the evil little gremlins that sneak into your paycheck and take out money before you even see it. Let's go through them, so you don't feel like someone's just taking your money for no reason. First up, taxes. Yes, that lovely thing we all know and love. There are two types of taxes that usually get deducted from your paycheck: federal and state taxes. The federal tax is a percentage of your gross pay that goes to Uncle Sam. How much you pay depends on your income and filing status. If you're in the US, this will vary based on your tax bracket. The more you earn, the higher percentage you pay. So, the person who makes $30,000 per year isn't paying the same percentage as someone who makes $300,000. The good news? The tax code is more like a sliding scale than a one-size-fits-all, so don't freak out. Next, we've got Social Security and Medicare. These are two separate taxes that fund the US government programs. You contribute a portion of your paycheck to Social Security and Medicare, and your employer matches those contributions. Think of it as the government's way of saying, hey, thanks for contributing to your future healthcare and retirement. You know, because you can't just throw all your money into a jar and call it good. It's going to tax your future as well. Okay, but wait, there's more. After taxes, there are other common deductions depending on your job and benefits package. Let's talk about the ones you might not always expect but are still super important. 401k. Contributions. This is the money you put into your retirement savings account. Some companies offer matching contributions, where they'll match a percentage of what you contribute. So, if you contribute 5% of your salary, your employer might match 5%. Basically, it's free money. And who doesn't love that? Next up, health insurance. If you're lucky, your employer covers most of the cost. But if you're like most people, you'll see a portion of your premiums deducted from your paycheck. This helps pay for your health insurance, which hopefully keeps you out of the ER when you eat too many tacos on Taco Tuesday. Some employers also offer things like life insurance, disability insurance, and flexible spending accounts. These are usually optional, but they might show up as deductions too. Just remember, check your benefits package to know exactly what you're paying for. Now, let's put it all together and calculate your take-home pay. Ready? Here's the basic formula. Start with your gross pay, subtract your taxes, federal, state, and Social Security, Medicare, then subtract any other deductions like your 401k, health insurance, and maybe some other benefits. And voila, your net pay. That's the number that goes into your bank account. Now you're ready to manage your budget like a pro. And there you have it. Everything you need to know about your paycheck. From gross pay to net pay, and all those sneaky deductions in between. Understanding your paycheck isn't just about knowing how much you're getting. It's about knowing exactly where that money is going and what you're actually taking home. If this video helped clear up the mystery of your paycheck, give it a like, share it with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe for more financial tips. Also, let me know in the comments. What's the most confusing deduction on your paycheck? I'd love to hear your thoughts.